Welcome to the first recipe in 2021 on Food Talk with Sharon. So, Parina, what is the first recipe that we are going to do?
Actually, I want to do my favorite, which I tend to have almost every week at home. It's a balanced meal. It's a weekly dish on our dinner table. We're making a mustard chicken, a honey mustard chicken, and we're going to balance it with different items on the plate. And then you'll see how it looks like, so you'll know about the portion size also.
So, let's quickly check out the recipe. But before we do that, don't forget to follow us both on our Instagram pages, Food Talk with Sharon and
Naked Urtin.
What is the first step for this, Parina?
So first we'll make the marinade.
Okay.
We're going to add some mustard sauce.
Okay. And anything to note about the mustard sauce? I mean, what type of mustard sauce?
This particular one that we are using is a kasundi. It's a traditional Bengali mustard. It tends to give that hit to the chicken. You can very easily use an American mustard or any other brand available in the market. And then we add some honey to this. Okay, so we've added mustard and honey to this marinade. As of right now, I would like to take a moment over here to talk about food labels. So any jar or packet that you buy in the market tends to have a nutritional facts label behind it, which is called the food label. And it lists out everything that the food contains. In this case, the carbohydrates, protein and fat are mentioned here. And from that, and if you know how much quantity you've put in, so for example, in this we've put in about 10 grams,
yes,
10 to 12 grams you can use, and then you know how much of what has gone in here. The mustard sauce, you can count that as negligible, but for honey, I think about 6 to 8 grams of fat would be a part of this recipe already now, along with the marinade. So you want to keep that in mind when making sauces and dips, so that you know that you're consuming what you need to. We can add garlic to this now, Sharon.
Okay. So we are adding the whole garlic pods.
We are adding the pods. We're not chopping it. And once the garlic is cooked, it tastes extremely delicious. It's outstanding. You can just have it with rice or with some bread, or just the way it is if you like it. Just some salt and pepper, Shannon, and it's complete. So the mustard sauce already has a lot of salt in it, so you want to go a bit easy on that.
So that's it. The marinade is really simple. It's just mustard sauce, honey, garlic, and salt and pepper.
So now we'll just mix this marinade a bit.
So this is chicken thigh pieces that we have taken.
Chicken thigh pieces. Breast tends to be the leaner part of the chicken, so you can use that also. The thighs come out more delicious, so I tend to pick them.
Yes, the thigh pieces become much more juicier than the breast piece. Breast piece has the tendency to become fibrous.
Yes, they do, and you know the fat. These are very healthy fats, so please enjoy the thighs when you can. They're not as fatty as people tend to think. Yeah, and it's very, very good for you. So yeah, it's all mixed up and coated.
And we don't really need to leave it in the marinade or anything.
See, there's a lot of salt in this recipe already. So if you leave the chicken in, the juices are going to come out and the chicken will lose its tenderness. So it needs to be cooked immediately after you marinated it.
Okay, so let's get this cooked now.
Absolutely.
So for cooking this, we're using olive oil. And now from what I've understood from you, it has to be cooked on high flame and has to be charred on both sides. So that makes sure the juices of the chicken, that stays inside, and the chicken is juicier when you're actually cutting it.
Yeah, so you start cooking on high flame, and I would suggest maybe 3 to 4 minutes on each side on high flame, and then reducing it to low and cooking it for another couple of minutes. Yeah, and you can use any oil. Anything you like.
Okay, so not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Coconut oil is fantastic. You can also cook it in ghee. And olive oil is also one of the options. I would recommend not the extra virgin, because that generally tends to have a low heating point, and it's not as nutritious once cooked.
Okay. So now that the chicken is cooked, how do we plate it? What do we pair it up with?
So the chicken in itself has a lot of protein and there's some fat. A good carbohydrate addition would be fantastic. So rice is it tastes great, and maybe for some fiber you can have some broccoli. It's really nice, and just add some salt and pepper. Just bring the water to boil, put the broccoli in, take it out after 2 minutes, add some salt and pepper, and it's completely delicious. And you can also do some zucchini and charred peppers. I mean, it depends on your taste, but yeah, carbohydrates, fiber, and protein. There you go.